Welcome, everybody. My name is Scott Kenishnick. I'm the superintendent here at the Ingham ISD. We appreciate you being with us here this afternoon as we make a very, very exciting announcement. I would like to introduce a few special guests that are here with us today before we move into the ceremony. So when I call your name, if you could give a wave, or if you're sitting, maybe stand and wave to denote your presence. So we'll start with State Representative Tom Cochran, who's joining us this afternoon. Also joined by Mary Schinkel, who's representing Congressman Mike Bishop's office. Thank you, Mary. Pleased to have Kristen Belzer with us as well. Kristen is the Vice President of the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce. We have Emily Matthews with us as well, a fantastic partner from the DART Foundation, Executive Director. We are joined by Jim Bartolucci as well from the state of Michigan, Department of Talent and Economic Development. We are joined by Claudia Davis, the daughter of Rudy Wilson. And finally, pleased to have board members from the ISD board here this afternoon, including Vice President David Robinson and Michael Flowers. And Aaron Shore, board president. Again, thank you for helping us celebrate this afternoon. Career and technical education has seen many changes over the years in its 100-plus year history. When Ingham ISD opened this building in 1972, it was primarily a school for high school students to go who needed to be trained in a very specific career field to then directly enter the workforce after high school. It's very different now. Now, students are earning high school credit, free college credit, state and national certifications, and nearly 80% of our graduates are continuing their education after high school, either through an apprenticeship or an associate's or bachelor's degree program. Change is inevitable, and as we strive to stay ahead of the curve with changes in technology, program, and industry needs, and we also try to stay in tune with the type of students that are now attending our CTE programs. This is a very exciting time to be in career and technical education, and we've seen recent investments at the state budget level regarding additional equipment for our programs and also money to establish here in Ingham the Capital Region Technical Early College in partnership with 3 other CTE centers. So it's a very exciting time to be in career and technical education. Today, as you know, we are here to make a very important announcement, and with that, I would like to introduce our CTE Director and Principal, Jeannie Farina.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you everyone for being here. I would also like to introduce our Associate Principal, Scott Jacob. As Dr. Kay mentioned, career and technical education has changed quite a bit over the years. We strive to stay up to date on workforce needs through our partnerships with industry experts and local businesses, many of whom are here with us today. Also, our partnerships with several colleges and universities have allowed us to offer more free college credit to high school students than ever before through articulation agreements and our early college programs. Over a year and a half ago, our administration, with the support of our Board of Education, began discussing rebranding of the Capital Area Career Center. Gone are the days when students come here to be trained and to enter a career directly out of high school. Instead, our students are continuing their education through a variety of ways before landing in the workforce. We started talking about what we were really helping our students achieve, and we kept coming back to the fact that we're developing their talents and helping them accelerate their future. So today, we are renaming the Capital Area Career Center the Wilson Talent Center in honor of former, the Wilson Talent Center in honor of former Ingham ISD Board of Education member, Rudy Wilson. This new name better reflects what we are doing, developing the talents of our students. Rudy Wilson was an Ingham ISD Board of Education member for over 20 years. He had a passion for career and technical education and almost never missed an open house or student showcase or special event here at the Career Center. An accomplished businessman, he was a graduate of Lansing Public Schools and Michigan State University. He was also the first salaried African American at Oldsmobile and president of the local NAACP chapter. Sadly, Rudy passed away in 2015, but we are honored to have his daughter, Claudia Davis, with us here today. Claudia, if you would please come up.
Thank you very much. This is really an honor. I walked up to this building today and I was just stunned. I was just awed by the honors and the privileges that this has allowed these students and more importantly, you know, our family. I do have family members on the front row today. If you can raise your hand when I call your name. Barbara Mason, Lauren Thomas, Michael Thomas, Kevin Wilson Jr., Matt Davis, on that back row, Ben Wilson back there. And I'm very happy, and I am going to tell you that it is with humbled hearts that our family expresses this thank you for this ribbon-cutting ceremony and naming the Wilson Talent Center after my father, Rudy Wilson. Honoring my father by naming this building after him speaks volumes of how you and members of the community feel about him. He was committed to helping people improve themselves through teaching and learning. He would always say that education is a very important opportunity. Educational involvement was a priority to him. Many of you here who knew my father understood that he encouraged self-improvement, hard work, and doing the best you could in all your endeavors. Recognizing Rudy by naming this building after him means so much to our family. It confirms the type of person that we already knew he was, dedicated and dependable. Rudy also had a keen sense of humor and loved to make people laugh. He would take into consideration the uniqueness of each individual with whom he came into contact. Although his basement wall was filled with numerous awards and plaques, he never rested on his laurels. His main concern was to instill in others the desire to achieve their goals. Once those goals were reached, he knew that his job was a job well done. He was also devoted to the educational community of the Ingham Intermediate School District, talked about it all the time. Ingham ISD's mission statement states that Ingham ISD exists to serve and lead through collaboration, innovation, and advocacy. Those were also qualities that he exercised every day of his life, and he loved it. Our family knows he would certainly be proud of this honor and recognition. As a husband, a father, a grandfather, uncle, cousin, friend, or acquaintance, he treated all equally and wanted all to be the best they can be. So again, we thank you and wish you, Ingham ISD, continued success in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
I also want to thank you, Claudia, for your words today. They mean so much to us, all of us. And as a token of our appreciation and a memento that you can keep, I'd like to give you this plaque.
Thank you so much.
And also these beautiful roses.
Oh, wow.
We'll load you right up.
That's right. Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you so much.
They're going to take a picture. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for so many members of Rudy's family for being here today as we honor him. We truly appreciate it. Now I would like to introduce Ingham ISD Board of Education member Michael Flowers, who would like to share a little more about Rudy Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was asked to say a few words about Rudy, how he impacted me personally and what I've seen him do throughout this community. For years, as I stepped my way through different organizations and activities throughout the greater Lansing area, Rudy knew I was born, raised in the Lansing area, and grew up in the Lansing schools. He always took a keen interest in me, helped me along the way, and oftentimes he would reach out, Michael, come here. I think you would be very good serving on this committee or on this board. And to no avail, anytime Rudy asked you to do something, you always had a hard time saying no. As I did. I had a very difficult time saying no to Rudy because his passion was always there, and you knew it. His love for his community was just overwhelming. As I look out here and I see so many different faces that I know, that I've grown up with, I know how much Rudy has touched so many people. And has touched people that they don't even know that Rudy touched them. I have a daughter here that is attending the Career Center, now the Wilson Talent Center. I've seen many other students that come through here that have strived to do their best and have done extremely well because of the opportunities this Career Center has offered to them. When I've talked to a few different people about Rudy's accomplishments throughout this community and what this community has meant to him and what this Ingham ISD has meant to Rudy, he was the reason why I came on this board, because he knew my passion for education, for career and technical services, and he wanted to make certain that as he rolled off several other boards, I would roll onto those boards, as with this one as well. So it's with pleasure that I stand here before you and say thank you very much for this dedication to a man that this community really loved and admired. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael, very much. And now at this time, I would like to invite the representatives from the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce and Mason Area Chamber of Commerce to come forward and join us in the ribbon cutting.
Okay, just do it anytime. Countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.